Today we are in Chiayi, Taiwan, and I am going to be taking you on the stinkiest street food tour ever. We are going to be trying several different types of stinky tofu. And make sure you stay tuned till the end because I'm going to be trying one of the most unusual foods I have ever eaten. So let's get right to it. First spot here, and the first style we're going to be trying is the traditional Taiwanese stinky tofu. You can definitely smell this right now, it's quite pungent, and how they make this is they ferment it in a brine that is made up of milk, rotting meat, and rotting vegetables. It's left there for a whole week before they have the final product, and it is deep fried and taken onto your plate. So we're gonna go inside and try it out. Alright, sitting down for our first one, and to be honest, this doesn't smell that bad. I've had stinky tofu before, and occasionally I actually enjoy it. It's certainly not as smelly as some people may think, but this is gonna be probably the least weird one we're gonna try today. So this, like I said, is traditional Taiwanese style. She tops it with 5-spice powder, a ton of pickled cabbage, and then some homemade, I guess it's sort of like a soy sauce. So I'm gonna try this out here, and these are deep fried, but they're not too crispy. They're still kind of like cushiony feeling. And yeah, that looks good. I can smell, honestly, the pickled cabbage over the stinky tofu. But there's certainly a little bit of stink going on. So let's try that out. Oh yeah, it's actually like extremely juicy. Extremely juicy. The outside is a tiny bit crispy, but the inside is nice and kind of like spongy, a little firm. And the pickled cabbage on top give it like a nice crunch and sourness. And then the 5-spice kind of ups it up a little notch. I'm gonna try it out again. Get some of the soy sauce like really saturated in there. So you definitely can taste the stink, the stinky tofu. It's not something that hits your tongue right away. It's sort of like an aftertaste. This is like a thick chili, probably a chili bean paste, and it smells amazing already. So I'm gonna top it on this piece right here. Oh yeah. Might have overdone it a little bit, but that's okay. And lots of cabbage on this bite. Let's try that out. So juicy. That spiciness of the chilies kicks it up. Oh, chilies just make everything better. But really, that is so juicy. It's like dripping down my chin. So on the table as well, there's also some garlic water. So I will get a very small amount of that and put it on this piece that I've already bitten into. And yeah, I love garlic, so this is gonna make it really good. Okay, let's try that out. Oh yeah, the garlic and the chili are a must for this. If you've ever had deep fried tofu, it's almost the exact same because it's firm on the inside but crunchy on the outside. There certainly is a little bit of an aftertaste, an after stench, I guess you could say, in your mouth. But chili, garlic, definitely need to have that on this. So finish that all off, and that surprisingly was amazing. It was probably the best stinky tofu I've ever had. If you're a textural kind of guy like me, the soft inside but the crispy outside makes this dish awesome. We're gonna keep going and see what else we can find. That last spot was so juicy. That was some good stinky tofu. But we're at our second spot here, and we're going to be trying a completely different kind. This is not deep fried, but rather steamed. And it's sort of served in a soup. We actually ordered the spicy kind as well. And I know I keep saying this is stinky, and you're probably wondering, like, what does it actually smell like? And I'll do my best to describe. The best I can do is really say that it kind of smells like compost. sort of like a rotting cabbage, I guess, but also really sour. It's quite a complex smell. And we drive by this place regularly, and I've never been here, but I always smell this, and this has to be one of the most putrid smelling stinky tofu places. So I've been wanting to come here for a while, so let's go inside and try this out. At our second spot here, this is the stinky tofu steamed in sort of like a soup. So there's lots of different ingredients in here, surprisingly. So of course we've got the big pieces of steamed tofu. Those feel nice and firm. And also we've got some bamboo shoots. So that's interesting. Some pig's blood, small cubes of pig's blood. Some pickles, and also quite a bit of chili oil he put in this. So I think I'm gonna like this a lot. All right, let's try it out. I'm definitely gonna try to go for the tofu first. I got a pickle and some chilies, and oh wow, that is potent. Let's try it out. Oh yeah. Oh man, you need to pair this with chili. That just brings it up such a big step. And these bamboo shoots are nice and crisp. Let's try a piece of pig's blood here. Piece of pig's blood. Has a little bit of an irony taste, but it's pretty much just soaked with that spicy soup. And oh, I didn't notice this, but there's actually a small dried fish in here. Let's try out another piece here. Oh, this is good stinky tofu. The tofu is nice and firm, definitely not crispy like the last one, and sort of like porous on the inside, so it's completely saturated with all that juice, that spicy broth. It's not too spicy, but it's definitely got a kick. It's stinky, but the flavor of the stink isn't as strong as the last place. So we're actually going to try a third kind at this restaurant, which I didn't know we were going to do, but we saw that they had it and I had to try it. So this is similar to the last restaurant we were at, but still quite different. This is another deep fried tofu, but this time it is deep fried completely to a crisp. Like, it is rock solid, and it is covered in a like sweet tangy sauce, and this is just rock solid. I can barely squeeze it with my chopsticks. So again, served with some pickled cabbage. Get a little bit of that, and let's try it out here. Oh wow, that has all of the flavor like locked in because it's so crispy. I would almost say it's hard, like it has a shell you have to break through, but the inside, you can see, is quite soft. It's completely different than the last one we had in the sense that this is rock solid. And you gotta eat this with the pickled cabbage because it cuts the flavor nicely. All right, this is a sweet spot for stinky tofu. This crispy tofu definitely has a strong stank to it. But the soup, I think I prefer the soup because it's quite spicy and there's lots of other good ingredients in there. But both of these dishes are awesome. Okay guys, so this is the third and final restaurant today, and this, as promised, is going to be one of the most unique things I have ever tried. Let's go. All right, this is it. The time has come. This is going to be my very first time trying this. This is Pidan Chou Tofu, which is Chou Tofu, stinky tofu, so staying with the trend of eating lots of stinky tofu today. And then inside, he has cut up Pidan, which is century egg or 1,000-year-old egg. I'm not exactly sure how they make it, but basically it is a fermented, black, kind of translucent egg. And I've eaten this before. Like I said, I really do enjoy stinky tofu, but I just can't get used to the flavor of century egg. So now they've taken pretty much two of the weirdest Taiwanese foods and literally put them together. Time for the smell test. Oh man, that has got to be one of the stinkiest foods I have ever smelled. And I've eaten durian, I love durian. Lots of people say that's one of the smelliest foods. You gotta try this, cho tofu with pidan. Whole nother ballpark. It's time for the taste test. By the way, this is the like rock solid deep fried type of stinky tofu. And I can't say I'm very excited for this, but I'm hoping it's gonna be better than I think. So let's try it out. Cheers. Whoa. Okay. That has a very, very strong flavor. The stinky tofu by itself is more stinky than the tofus we had earlier. And the egg has like a really, really soft texture. Kind of just falls apart in your mouth. It's a little bit bitter and kind of like earthy, like dirt flavor. But let's finish that off. Okay. All right, finish that off. Surprisingly, that's not so bad. The egg is where the strong flavor is coming from. Almost like a rotten sulfur egg flavor. You can see it is completely black and almost green on the inside, the yolk. So I'm gonna try my best here to finish them all off, and I definitely think that I'm gonna need to put a little bit of chili sauce on here. Dress this up with some chili sauce. It's a nice like thick chili sauce, and a little bit of kimchi. Oh yeah, chili definitely makes that better. But overall, still really good. Alright, so today has been quite an interesting street food stinky tofu tour, and definitely the climax of today has been this century egg stinky tofu. So Sabrina is admittedly not very big a fan of stinky tofu.
I've had century egg and I can't say I'm a fan of it either, so.
We're gonna see her first try here, and the only reason I was able to convince her to do this is because we just reached 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you very much for that.
Let's do this. Oh, that is rancid, man. Oh my god, that's so nasty. I can't believe how strong it is.
That's gonna be it for the video today though. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more videos like this, please leave me a comment below. And also, if you've ever tried this or stinky tofu, let me know what your experience was like. Do you like it or do you hate it? And thank you for watching so much. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.